Strap yourself in,
because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
enjoy this presentation of the Jimmy Mack Healing Show.
Hey everybody, it's Jimmy Mack coming to you live with another transmission and download of the Jimmy Mack Healing Show. We're glad you're here tonight. Appreciate everybody being on the call. We'll always mix things up for you as best we can. Coming up on a full moon. For those of you that aren't going to be on the presidential State of the Union address tonight, you can join us perhaps for some healing and some messages. We're glad you're here. You can join us every week, of course. And keep in mind, if you're not already signed up for the newsletter, please do so. Just go to jimmymackhealing.com. You can sign up there. And each week, of course, we try and bring you a different show and mix things up. Also, when you sign up for the newsletter, it's TGI Wednesday, you'll also note that there's in, of course, every newsletter, affirmations and audio and video, and a schedule of tonight's shows. So lots going on. We do shows every single week and really mix it up. So we're glad you're here and hope everybody's doing well. So appreciate you being here and just staying busy as always. So we're glad everybody's kind of lining up and looking for messages and, of course, readings and sessions and whatnot. We'll get to everybody we can. We run all the way to 10 o'clock tonight, depending on how the show goes and how busy we are, of course. But we're glad you're here and glad you joined us here tonight. All right, so got a lot of callers, folks on hold right now, which is always good. And we're excited to have everybody tune in tonight. Also, keep in mind, this Thursday at 12 noon, I will be on Reverend Debbie Deanspear's show. That's also at 12 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. And you can call into the same phone number, and just so everybody knows, it's 206-806-9965. So if you want to get a message from Reverend Debbie Deanspear, or a healing from myself. Again, it's 12 noon Eastern this Thursday. She's part of our channel lineup network under, of course, Reverend Tiffany White, Sage Woman, and the Goldilocks production family. So we're glad you're here. We're glad everybody's here. We'll see what we can conjure up for you here tonight. Full moon's coming up. All kinds of cool stuff happening. And tonight, as my co-host and co-guest, I have Reverend Joanne, Psychic Leo. And so we're excited to have her on. She always mixes it up, and I like that, with cards, of course, and angel readings, and knows a lot about astrology and numerology, and we call it readings from the heart. So I really like that. And she's a real straight shooter, and I've known her, well, as they say, before Moses. Well, Moses was wearing short pants, right, Joanne? Back when Moses wore short pants. That's how far back we go. How are you, honey? You doing okay?
I'm doing okay.
Okay, good. And I'm saying prayers for your other half. I won't say your better half, but your other half. So.
Yes, we appreciate that. And
of course,
the prayers are working. So the prayers are working, Jimmy, so keep them up. Yeah. Okay. Love that. Very cool. Anything you want to add here tonight, honey? Oh, definitely pile in on what's the best website, phone number, and email. Well, they can always text me or call me at 727-743-3400. I work by appointment. And my website is Psychic Joanne, and that's Joanne, Leo.com. And my email is psychicjoanneleo@gmail.com. And I welcome anyone with questions or want to get some clarity. As you know, I do soul readings, and the name on your birth certificate and your birth date is your blueprint. And when you understand your blueprint, it just opens up your eyes and windows and your path to growth.
Love it. Yeah, well said. Lots been going on. It's been kind of crazy weird lately. It almost feels like a retrograde, doesn't it?
It's really, I have to say that it's changes are in the air or in the stars, or it's definitely, and now we're going to have one of the biggest full moons of 2020. So
I saw that. Yeah. You know, and that's, crazy busy times for us. They say for the ER and the jails, but certainly I could be in a basement locked down in cinder blocks, and if I have my phone with me, I could tell you when it's full moon because it's melting down. Folks wanting to hurry up and get in, so kind of funny. Exactly. And I know it's the same way for you too, honey. It's been pretty wild.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're going to grab all the callers we can, as you know, and gosh, I'll let you go first, and then I'll clean up something if they need a healing. But I love when you do the readings because it's always very interesting. Folks, if you're on the call too, you don't have to come on live. The producer will ask you if you want to, and if you just want to listen, that's okay too. You don't need to get a message or a healing, so just know that. If you do come on live, best thing you can do is give Joanne your date of birth. You don't even need to give the whole year, but if it's, 1/17 or 4/18 is your date of birth, that would help her out a lot just for the astrology, numerology effects. If you want to give her your whole date of birth, that's fine. If you're calling from California, your name's Freddie, trust me, nobody's going to figure out your social or anything else, and nobody cares. It's like we're just trying to give you a quick overview, right, Joanne? I love it. So we'll grab some folks and mix things up for them, see what we can do to help everybody out. As you know, it's all free, and we're excited you're here. 847 is our first caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Kathy. I'm calling from Illinois.
Hey, Kathy, how are you tonight?
Really good.
Good. Do you have a question for Joanne, honey?
Work. I have 2 job offers, and now I have to pick.
Okay, good. Kathy, do you spell your name with a C or a K?
K, and it's May 18th.
All right, let's see what's going on. See, what happens with when I get your birth date, I'm focusing in on what's going on for your year. So it really kind of opens up the door for my spirit guides to kind of give you the lay of the land here.
Year is 1955.
Well, this is good because I really think that this is really good because it's like new doors of opportunities are opening up your way right now, which is really good. Let's see, you're in this is February, so this is the month of balance for you, so definitely decisions, weighing things out for you. You have 2 job offers, and I'm going to use my St. Michael's pendulum as well, too, as well as your numbers. So I'm really feeling like the second one, the second phone call.
100%. That's what I got too, Joanne.
Good. The second one.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever the second one is.
It's kind of what I thought.
And I'm glad that Jimmy and I work in synergy. It's really wonderful working with spirit, Kathy, because there's no book for it. We're working with a higher vibration, but when I get into your energy, I really feel this is really good. This is kind of like you're really going through. You're in the cycle of it's a 9 cycle, and it's an ending, but it's a beginning. It's kind of like changing things up, and usually when you're in that kind of cycle, people move, start a new job, leave an old job. It really is emotionally you got to do your checks and balances of what you want to keep and what you want to let go. So I think that's really good. And I do feel, let's see here. Let's see. 5, So you have to make a decision here, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And but I feel like it's like it has to do with the 3. It's either 3. I feel more like 3 days or whatever. By the weekend, are you supposed to hear something?
I got the second offer this afternoon. They want me to start on Monday, so they would want me to start on the 3rd day.
Well, that's the 3rd day. That's what I picked up, and thank you, Spirit, because you're so good to me. Because I pray a lot to give you the right information. So that would be the 3rd day, because I always go by work days anyway if we're talking about work. So that's very good. That's a very positive confirmation. Now let me see if you're going to really love it. It's going to be a learning curve, modalities and all that kind of stuff, but I do feel like this is the right decision for you. Were you excited when you got the call?
Yes, because I thought this company had decided not to expand, and I was surprised this morning when I got the call and they wanted to see me again this afternoon.
Great. So have they given you a contract or an offer or acceptance? Did you accept it yet?
No, I told them I'd call them tomorrow morning. I just didn't want to over the phone go yes. Because
I see. Okay.
In all reality, I've already said yes to the first job, so I have to tell them that another company has offered me something and I'm taking the other company. Right. And I hate disappointing people.
Oh, I understand that, but, guilt is a terrible thing. You haven't done anything wrong, honey. You just have a choice. So feel good about that. There's nothing wrong with saying I appreciate the opportunity, but another opportunity has presented itself, and I wish everybody the best. Make it a positive.
Never burn a bridge.
That's right. Never burn bridges.
Joanne Caffey's from the Chicago area. Joanne's up in Chicago every year, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, I was born and raised there. Yeah. I'm a Chicago girl. But I've been in Florida for 42 years, and they told me I'd lose my accent. It hasn't happened yet.
Not happening. Gosh, Kathy, I hope you got the answers you wanted, honey. We definitely feel like the second one is it's not even close. First one's okay. Whoever the second company is, that's who I'd go with. Plus, for you to think that they're not hiring and all of a sudden it's out of the blue, that's just definitely the hands of Spirit right there.
I know. They signed a big contract today, and all of a sudden their biggest customer is like doubling what they're going to do. So,
yeah, there you got your sign. I'd run with it. I'd go with the second one. We don't even need to know who they are. Just test stronger than the first one, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We appreciate you calling in. We appreciate you listening to the show. You definitely want to look for what matters more to you instead of pleasing everybody else. So you don't want to please the first company and displease yourself. So keep that in mind, honey, okay?
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling in. Have a great night. 201's our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Isabel from New Jersey.
Hey, Isabel. How are you tonight, honey?
I'm well, thank you. Hello to the both of you. And
hello to you, honey. You have a question for Joanne?
Yes, just if there's a message for me, please. My birthday is May 1558.
Okay. Bear with me. I have to do my computing here. Okay. Well, this has got to do with a lot of, the year that you're in right now. It's really kind of like it has to do with family, relationships, responsibility. I do feel that, has there been like a lot of pulling at you, or that you need to make kind of like the balancing point in relationship with in regards to family? or your personal relationship?
Yes. Okay.
Well, I think if you ever heard me on Jimmy's show before, too, it's kind of like boundaries, but I like to look at it sometimes when we're into putting in a pressure situation or decision-making. I always like to say, let's step out of the circle, and the mindset would be good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me. Because we don't want to live in between the ears, the voice in between our ears, because a lot of times we could be more focused on the con versus the pro. You understand? And getting out of that cycle, stepping out of that circle and weighing it. And remember, you need to be your own best friend and your own cheerleader, sweetheart. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
I know you're sensitive, but I know that you're smart, and I know that you're strong. And sometimes you just have to not always be the fixer. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, it does.
And so I want you to kind of form this in your mind's eye, because I do this all the time, not only with my readings, but when I do my life coaching and things. Fixers with an equal sign. See that in your mind's eye. And then the equal sign, and then the word victim. A lot of times when we fix because we're strong or sensitive, or it gets dumped on our plate, so to speak, you have to make the best decision so that you don't wind up being the victim. Because when we fix, and I'm a former fixer, the other person doesn't learn, grow, or pick up the sticks. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So, good for me, not good for me. Healthy for me, not healthy for me. You have to not surrender your power to make everybody else happy, is what I'm going to say to you, too. So I feel like by summer you're going to have to make some choices, some decisions, some, of really wrapping things up or making a decision. Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good talking to you, honey. And I'm here. Every word. Appreciate it. Appreciate you calling in, honey. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Greetings to
You bet.
everybody and blessings.
You bet. Have a great night, honey. 314 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Jimmy. It's Georgia.
Hey, Georgia. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you, honey?
Oh, good. We're doing pretty good here. So hopefully the weather will keep improving, and we'll get past our 3 days of winter, and it'll be all good again.
We got that going on in Arizona, too.
Yeah. There you go. Did you have a question for Joanne, honey?
Just if there was any messages.
What's your birthday?
Oh, 9/4/56. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, Georgia.
9/4/56.
Okay. Well, this is the year for you to really kind of succeed. Are you due for a raise or a bonus?
No, basically I'm disabled.
Okay.
I trade 24 hours a week for my parking space for my travel trailer.
I'm having a difficult time hearing you. What did you say?
Pardon me?
I didn't hear that last part, Georgia.
I basically trade 24 hours a week in a front office at an RV park for the space to park.
Okay.
All that. And so there's no raises or, things like that come forth.
Okay. Well, this is a power year, so, a lot of times if it's not financial, it's about you, and I don't know if you've worked with Jimmy in the past or studied some of his MP3s, which are fabulous, by the way. It would be doing a lot of inner work where you are growing or whatever. But I think it's really good. Now, are you in a relationship?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Because I really feel like summer, or you're going to meet somebody, or there's going to be some sort of, I think, a compatibility or some sort of relationship. Not, I'm not saying walking down the aisle here, but I do feel companionship. Okay?
Nice.
But I think you need to open up to the idea with what's, I don't know if you heard Brian Caller before, but it goes along with the boundaries, too. You got to make sure that you're not enabling or that it's a healthy, a healthy relationship. So good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me, definitely. As far as being disabled, are you taking any supplements or anything to help your condition?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay, because I get that very strongly. And I know even many times over the years, because I've known Jimmy forever, I'll pick his brain and say, this is what's going on. And it's really, really helped me. I've overcome fibromyalgia and everything. So I definitely welcome you to stay in tune with that and check Jimmy's weekly letter and his MP3s. But I do feel that this is a good year for you. Yeah, this is a good year for you this is a good year for you to get unstuck and to move forward. Very good power.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks for calling in, honey. Gosh, I hope you're doing well. Yeah. Got to keep us posted for sure. Yeah.
You betcha.
Awesome.
Love you guys.
Have a great night, honey. Thanks for listening to the show. You bet. 727 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from? We got a clue what area you're in. Our little area.
Yeah.
Well, hi, Jimmy Mack. You're the best. This is Kathy.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you. How are you, honey? You doing okay?
Yep, having the best day of my life in spite of things. Absolutely.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I laugh on 727. I know that's Pinellas County. It's considered the most densely populated county in all of Florida. My father used to say, I'm afraid they discovered our sleepy little town. Isn't that funny?
Well,
if they would just stop voting us the #1 beach in the world, we'd have a lot less traffic, right?
Well, they say that we're the next Miami. Ugh.
Goodness gracious. Oh, boy.
Well,
how are you, honey? Did you have a question for Joanne? Yeah, let her know your date of birth. I know you're a Leo like me. Joanne's a Leo, too, by the way.
Yes, I know. I've had the pleasure of speaking to her and having her be so kind with her help as well. So my birthday is August 9th.
Okay.
Okay.
So
my question. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Emily. Go ahead. What's your question, sweetie?
The question is, things just seem to be amazing, and then they just go to hell in a handbasket, literally. And I've had it with 2 companies in the last 6 months, and this company ended up not paying me, and it was just disastrous. And now my landlord and landlady, the rent was 2 days late, and they gave me a 3-day notice. So I'm just like, what is going on here? So that's my question.
Well,
whoosh.
I hear you, honey. I really think that it's kind of like almost like the cycle of January, February, and March. First of all, I guess the best thing for me to tell you is don't lose faith and stay positive, okay? Secondly, it's like thoughts are things. So if this job, then something greater, and you really need to not limit yourself. So I do feel that you need to put the feelers out there, or you need to start looking to make sure that you have your more grounded security rather than having this unease. I feel unease with you. Do I feel like things are going to work out? I do feel like there's going to be some different choices to make here. Are you unhappy where you're living? I mean, it's because I see in the summertime you might, July, August, and September, you may move.
Mm-hmm. It's been very challenging. I moved in on October 1st, and there were a lot of leaking issues, and I actually had to move out at Christmas completely so they could replace the floor for 4 days, completely move out.
Yeah. I'm worried about mold. I'm worried about mold with you. Jimmy, what do you get on that?
I get a strong possibility of that, too. This could very well be a blessing in disguise, honey.
That's what I'm getting, Jimmy.
It really sounds weird, but that's what I get, too. Nothing's by accident anymore. You know what I mean?
No. And sometimes things like that happen to force us to kind of make a leap. We don't understand it at the time, but I'm a big believer that what else is possible and something else greater than this, and I make that affirmation so that the energies can catch up that this is something greater. This place is something even better than this. This job is something better than this one, and replace it with something even greater than this. You see, you have to get into what you deserve. I'm a big believer in not putting ourselves down, but we have to get into the mode, what do I deserve? Well, I deserve to be successful. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to have balance. I deserve to have peace, harmony. You know, I want you to get into that deserve mode, Kathy. I think that that's really, really important. I think you take things to heart with emotionally, but I know that you're a smart cookie, and you need to not get into gloom and doom and turn it around to what else is possible.
Do you think I'll be able to stay here for the moment at least?
Yes, I do. But I think you're going to have options, and I want you to start getting into the mode of thinking, what else is possible? What else is for my greatest and highest good?
I do say that. What else is possible, and, you know, be very grateful. And I've been doing a lot of violet flame stuff, and I took a picture, and it's like all purple. So
I'm big into the violet flame. I'm really big into that. So.
Oh, good.
Are you doing the Saint Germain violet flame prayer?
Absolutely. Yep. I'm doing like the 12 decrees, and I'm a member of the Violet Fire. I'm the Purity God Desires. That one?
No, it's the Saint Germain book, the Master Alchemist book. I like that, the Tubalite and the Violet Flame. But I'm not familiar with what, from what you're involved in. But that's okay. That's good.
Well, I have the alchemy book as well. So I do read. There are some other prayers in there as well. But that's the one I kind of say, ongoing. And I do Ho'oponopono, and, definitely I've created such incredible opportunities. I mean, really incredible. And then a month into it, it just goes disastrous, and the people can't pay me.
But your mindset, well, you got to make better choices on the companies that you're with. They have to have a history. You can't be on a wing and a prayer here. Your skill set. What do you do for a living?
I've been doing environmental consulting. Yeah.
Okay. So you just need to look at different companies that have more credibility or tenure rather than, just an individual or a small company. Use your expertise and see that, that it's yours, and I'd say go for it.
Well, they both were in business a long time. I mean, both companies were around at least 15 years for the one, and the other one was 12 years. So, I mean, the one company was reasonably big. The other company, so
We have to be compensated, so you need to make your affirmations that I'm always compensated. There's no delay with my compensation for my work, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Put it out there.
Yeah.
You got to put it out in the ether.
Well, I will continue to do that and do it better, obviously. Well, thank you so much. Anything, Jimmy, that comes to mind?
I would look at you don't test for city, but you sure test for county work, state, no, federal. So you test really good for county and federal things. And, when you're talking environmental, hell, you could be in charge of the county recycling or something like that, right? So there's something out there, I think. Mm-hmm. What's that?
I said if they even gave me an interview. I did interview for the city of Largo.
Okay, there you go.
Yep.
Well, again, that's what comes through. I mean, you're immediately telling me if they gave you an interview. So, don't ever argue against yourself. I think you need to beat the bushes. There's got to be something out there, city, county, state, or federal, that, at this point, if you were in charge of going and making sure the landfill was right, you know what I mean? If it paid and had benefits, I think it's worth looking at. You have a long, illustrious history in that arena. So it could even be with an HRS, something environmental, the EPA. I don't know. They're not showing it all to me, but I think there's more than one opportunity out there for you.
And what about the water? I get water, Jimmy.
Yeah, water test's strong for her, too. Could be water treatment plant, even, that kind of thing. You could be in charge of filling out all the city, state, county water information for the federal inspection, that kind of thing, and be that person, right? A long time ago, a real long time ago, my friend, I can't make this stuff up, he was over there working with a plumbing company out of Tampa at the International Mall. And he worked with the plumbing company, and one of the requirements was when the plumber was doing all this drilling and core drilling through the floor of the food court, he had to have my friend down there wearing a hard hat in the parking garage with an orange cone. Can you imagine? And it was so when the core dropped, right, it didn't hit a car or somebody was driving by or something. But that's how silly, some of the requirements are, right? So, Point is, somebody knew about that, OSHA-wise, and, that's the kind of stuff that goes on, right? So,
I'll keep
makes sense.
To it.
But that's the kind of thing that, they need a warm body for, and somebody has a clue as to what's going on in the regulations, and I think you're that kind of gal. So look for city, county, state, federal, see what shows up.
Okay. Well, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, honey. Yeah, we'll keep you in our thoughts and prayers. So we'll be here.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Thanks, honey.
Good night.
Bye for now. 561's our next caller. Oh, wait, before we take you, it's Jolie.
Wow, Jimmy, I can't sneak past you, Jimmy.
That's right. Hold on one second. Joanne, we're halfway through. Tell folks how to get a hold of you.
Well, you can always reach me by text or phone, 727-743-3400. They can check out my website, which is Psychic Joanne, which is JOANNE, Leo.com. And my email is psychicjoanneleo@gmail.com.
Love it. So, yeah, folks, if you want to go deeper, you definitely want to, once you're off air today, get a hold of Joanne. We both work by appointment, of course, and we just want to help and contribute to you in any way we can, maybe give you a little guidance there to get things moving forward. And if you're torn between 2 or 3 choices, we'd like to at least help you make the correct one that's going to benefit you the most. So keep it in mind. All right, Jolie, you're on.
All right. So let's see. So
what's going on?
Well, life is good, Jimmy. That's all I can say.
Okay. I like hearing that. What's been happening? Right? Did you have a question for Joanne, honey?
Yep, I have a question. My question is about, Joanne, do you see me moving sometime soon? And getting a good job away from Broward County, and my birthday is April 12th.
April 12th. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great because you're in a year to make decisions of good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me. It's really good. So we got a 4 and we're in a 4 universal year, which is always good for grounding, always. And let's see what's going on here. Let me figure this out here. I definitely feel that it's kind of like you're going through, weighing things out here. And I do feel like April, May, and June is really going to be where you can have some choices to make, and definitely to make a major move. Have you picked out an area, or are you seeking out a particular place where you want to get out of Broward, which I understand totally.
Right?
I have a lot of clients throughout, the United States, but I do have a lot of East Coast people, and so that's not something I haven't heard recently. Believe me.
Exactly. The energy doesn't resonate. But I'm looking at Brevard County, Joanne.
Where is it?
Brevard, up by Titusville. No, Titusville, Florida. Cape Canaveral, Palm Bay, that whole thing.
That's Brevard. Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, sorry. I'm from New York. Sorry.
That's okay.
I like it. I really, really like it. I like Jacksonville. I like that. I got a huge, humongous. Yes. So I say go for it, baby. Yeah.
Excellent.
But I do feel that like April, May, June is kind of like making some major changes here. I think you're, weighing things out and knowing that you have decisions to make. We got to get you through March, but this would be good because you can put your feelers out of, for your greatest and highest good, and with your experience. Yeah. What do you do? Because I feel like you're a really good problem solver, or you really can get to the heart of the matter of whatever you're working at.
This is true, but, I kind of left all that, corporate BS behind. I'm trying to, do my healing. I'm trying to do, my spiritual stuff. I'm hoping not to have to go back to the grind.
Well, I know because you're talking to a former corporate girl. And, I've had the gift for many years, 40 years. And, I really had to weigh it out because a lot of times I had to have the benefit. And then I did my spiritual work really on the weekends or when I had, free time and stuff like that, or did class, gave classes, took classes and all that other kind of stuff. I do feel like you're going to probably have to support yourself with some sort of job. The spiritual thing is a great thing, but Jimmy can tell you too that, there's a season for it, believe me. Right, Jim?
Oh, man. My acupuncturist friend said it best in Tampa. She said, Jimmy, you're an overnight success. And I said, yes, 50 years in the making. So,
exactly. Exactly.
It's like the old Ringo Starr song. We're going to see him in June. Ringo Starr and the all-star band of the Beatles, and his song is "It Don't Come Easy."
Oh wow!
Well,
that's an oldie but goodie.
That's right.
You know what? That's my story too, Jimmy. Because
I
started
slugging our way to the top, baby.
At 28. So
right. Do the math.
Jimmy and I both had corporate, so we.
Yeah, definitely. But I guess there's no lottery in my future. Maybe then I guess because I was really kind of sort of hoping that something like that would be going on. Maybe I'll get one of Jimmy's MP3s. Jimmy, don't you have something like that?
There you go. We sure do. Gold coin. I got another one coming out. It's called Windfall. What does that tell you? It's windfall. It's falling out of the sky, right? That's coming out pretty soon, too. We'll get past the love month of February. We actually have, I'm glad you asked that, we do have even a Zoom event next week. It's all about love, relationships, and sex. And, the link will come out in the newsletter, but you can click on that and join us for that. But it's a Zoom event. It's only 30 minutes long. I think it's next Wednesday. I don't know. I got so much going on. I have to look at the calendar every day, and somebody has to tell me what day it is. So, it's one of those things. But you may want to tune in for that. We do have another one coming out. But, I would say to you, too, do a little bit of everything. I talk to terribly wealthy and terribly famous people. Happiest ones I know do a little bit of everything. So do your healing nights and weekends, maybe work a little job, too, and go to a bookstore, book fair, psychic, whatever. And, until you can really take off with that, it was terrifying when I left my jobs, And, my fastest story I can tell you was, it's a long time ago, but I worked for a company calling on hospitals, and I did that from sunrise to about noon. And then in the afternoon, I went down to my friend's office, and he and I owned a printing venture together for business cards and, whatever, mailers and trifold folders and all this stuff. And we'd work there all afternoon after lunch. And in the evening, I talked to folks on the phone and did readings and healings. Can you imagine? Yeah. Now I'm talking about, I did that at least, Monday through Thursday, and then a lot on Saturday, Sunday as well. So when people tell me they can't find a job, I had 3 at one time.
Wow.
So,
and didn't you study with a chiropractor, I think, too, Jimmy?
Well, yeah, until I could leave my day job. Well, I studied with a lot of chiropractors. I studied, I did all reconnective healing with Eric Pearl's group. I did, I did, I did the same work with, also, Richard Bartlett, chiropractor, naturopath.
That's right.
Study with him for Matrix Energetics. So it's endless access consciousness, all those guys, and I studied with all of them just to kind of get the edge. Yeah, and Lou, of course, he's awesome. I see him every day at LA Fitness. So,
he's too much.
Every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. So, but mix it up, honey. Do a little bit of everything, okay?
All right. I really appreciate the input, and I hope you guys have a great evening. God bless you both.
You too, honey. And remember, it's pronounced Brevard County. It's Brevard.
I will never forget again, Jimmy, I promise.
But, hey, learn it from me, or the locals will certainly look at you rather askance,
I'm taking it the easy
mother
way.
Would say.
I'm taking it from you, for sure.
All right, honey. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye for now. 914 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, it's Maria. Hello.
Hi, Maria. How are you tonight, honey?
Hi, Maria. I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, good. Thanks for asking, honey. Did you want to get the message from Joanne? What's your date of birth?
And you need everything, the day, the month, the year?
Well, certainly the day and the month would be helpful.
Okay, so it's October 1st, and do you want the year?
No, that's good.
Okay.
So it's really kind of interesting here because are you going through some relationship or family issue going on this year?
Kind of always. I mean,
I think it's, where you really need to not just push it aside. I think you need to, I don't know if you're addressing it head on or if you're really getting to the heart of the matter. Does that make sense?
I don't know which person you mean because I have a spouse and 2 kids. I think you mean one of my kids, though.
You have a daughter?
I do. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I think that there's an issue here. What's her birthday?
Her birthday?
Yeah.
Is June 10th.
What year?
2010.
Okay, so she's what, 10 years old now?
She's 9, yeah, like 9.5.
Oh, she's gonna be 10. She's gonna be 10 in June.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is she a little stubborn?
Oh, Jesus Christ! I mean, yes.
Yeah, I'm getting that. It, really, with her being stubborn, she closes off the communication, and so it's her way or the highway kind of thing. And, she doesn't have your experience, honey. So, it's in her birth chart that it's one of her biggest lessons to learn because she's smart, but she doesn't have experience. You see, and you're going to have to address this head on here, okay? Because she thinks she's the boss. She thinks she's the boss. You're the mother. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a little bossy too, correct?
Yes, and actually, even when she was in preschool, she went to preschool, and it just ended up in this Montessori class that there were 14 kids, and only 3 of them were girls. And so the other 2 girls were already friends, outside of school, their families or whatever. So she had to fall in with the boys, and she would, kind of, shepherd them around. And
right.
Even at 3 or 4 years old, and then when they were going to finish the second year of preschool and go to kindergarten, one of the mothers, Teddy's mother, goes, "Claire, I don't know what these boys are going to do, these 5 boys, without you to guide them and stuff." And
right.
Yes, it is a bit much though. In the home.
Well, I think the thing is, remember the role of the mother is that you're here to teach. And you have more experience than she has. So you have to keep it in the right perspective with her.
I have to what? Put it in
you have to keep it in the right perspective with her so that she doesn't become your boss and you do okay.
Does she have a lot, do you feel like it comes out of anxiety because she has life-threatening food allergies? Or do you just feel like it's just her birth time or whatever?
Well, I really feel like that there are definitely some issues with her chemistry. In a previous lifetime, there was definitely issues with alcohol or drugs. So in this lifetime, it's come out as food allergies. You understand? But you also have to kind of really give her, remember, a soul chooses their mother and father. That's why I love my work, and I'm known as a soul reader, because before that soul is born, they choose their mother, their father, their siblings, their friends, their school, what their work is going to be, the good, the bad, the ups, the downs, the lessons are all predetermined in a blueprint. And that's why I love doing charts, because when someone can understand their blueprint, it makes all the difference in the world. And definitely you need to work on, definitely anything that has to do with issues of alcohol, drugs. There's a lot of things in the society today that come at these kids that you've got to have them well prepared, in my opinion. A lot of these parents, just say, "Oh, let the kid make the decisions." That no, your job is to teach. Your job is to guide. Your job is to say no, and explain why the no. Because everybody wants to know the why, Maria. You're sensitive, so it's hard for you to be tough at times. You understand?
Right.
Well, you can't get wishy-washy with this kid. I'm telling you right now.
Oh yeah.
And it's up in your chart this year. So, yeah, you cannot get.
It's in my chart that what?
It's in your chart this year, so there's an issue here within the family, and I picked it out that it was the kid. So, that's something you're going to have to address. And so I do feel that there's some decisions to make. Are you due for a raise or a bonus at the end of the year, or that could be you or your spouse or whatever? But I do feel that October, November, December is going to be financially a win-win.
Oh, yeah, his boss is leaving, so he's going for the boss's job.
Yeah, it's going to be really good financially.
He's going to try to get that, but he's not the only person who wants it, so.
Right.
So that looks
even
good,
if he doesn't get it at first, he will get it because I don't think the other person's going to last or whatever. But I do feel he could get it.
Yeah. He's going to meet the president of the company on Thursday for like a one-to-one.
Well, he's got to sell himself. You know, we're all salesmen, no matter what people want to say.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
We're all salesmen.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So appreciate your call, Maria. Yeah, I definitely don't pick up it has anything to do with food allergies, even if it's death-defying food allergies. Has nothing to do with that. It's definitely a life's path for her of being driven. My youngest grandchild right now is a force of nature. She is 15, 16 months old and is like a rhino in the room. I've never seen anything like it. And you try and kiss on her, and she puts her forehead down so you can kiss her forehead. Can you imagine? So
yeah,
she's like
I'm not going to kiss you, but you may kiss me. Okay.
Right.
So driven. That's kind of your daughter. Okay. So there you go.
Oh,
okay.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Can you help?
That's a fact. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
good talking to you, honey. Gosh, we appreciate you listening to the show tonight, and thanks for calling in, okay?
Thanks so much. Bye, guys.
You bet. Bye for now. Joanne, it flew by, didn't it?
Oh, my gosh.
Always does. Always does with you on. Tell folks how to get a hold of you, honey. They're going to want to go deeper and get a personal reading, too.
727-743-3400 is how they can get me by text or phone. And my website is Psychic Joanne, Joanne, Leo.com. And my email is psychicjoanneleo@gmail.com.
Love it. Thanks so much for being on the show, honey. We appreciate you so much. And
absolutely.
Have a great night, and thanks for helping us out.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We always have fun, honey. Thank you. Folks, that's our show for tonight. We appreciate you being on, and we're about out of time, so we're going to sign off for now. Join us each Tuesday, of course, 9 p.m. Eastern. Also, I'll be on Reverend Debbie Dean Spears' show this coming Thursday at 12 noon Eastern. You can call in for some more messages if you didn't get in tonight. Lots of folks on the call, of course, and you're always welcome to join us. It's all free. We love you. We appreciate you. We want to wish everybody the rest of your life will be the best of your life, and remember to make progress every day. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks, and bye for now.
Jimmy Mack is a renowned medical intuitive and spiritual life coach who, after a near-death experience, was divinely shown a simpler way to create healing and profound changes, now known as My Liquid Fish, Change Made Simple. Host of talk radio show called The Jimmy Mack Healing Show. Jimmy works worldwide with clients in person, on the phone, and over Skype, accessing energetic powers and co-creating changes that you actually feel. Visit www.jimmymackhealing.com.
Don't want the fun to end? Grab more refreshments, then head over to Goldilocks Productions' YouTube channel.
With over 950 archive shows, the fun doesn't have to end.